meeting you in the video. My name is Miok. I'm an assistant professor in the Department of Nursing at Dongmyang University in Busan. I'm pleased to present my study at First National and International Integrated Academic Conference in 2021. The subject is study on the major satisfaction and career identity in college students. Then I'll start with the introduction. The college students period is an important turning point in career development as a stage in preparing for the transition from school to the world of work by realistically specifying and preparing one's career path in the process of realizing life. In a survey of college students conducted by the Korean Vocational Competition Developmental Institute, career issues were the biggest problems. Recently, we are trying to help students in their environmental conditions by expanding various scholarship systems, operating undergraduate programs, and expanding convenience facilities. But the actual use of these systems depends entirely on the will of the university students and mainly depends on the psychological characteristics of the individual. It can be said that the most influencing on the life satisfaction of college students is academic satisfaction, which expresses the enjoyment of all the role and experience played by students. The satisfaction of a college student major is the same as job satisfaction to a professional and is the product of a judgment process that evaluates the subject of their current major by comparing it with the criteria for a career or job set by an individual. Most of the major selection is the result of a combination of factors. In other words, in addition to personal factors such as gender, the result of external factors such as the influence of parents and teachers and differences in social class can also influence the selection of the major. The significance of college students' major satisfaction is important because not only college life but also future career direction and career are determined according to the major chosen by the individual. Most college students choose their major depending on whether their aptitude matches their career after graduation, but many students tend to choose a major in a state of lack of understanding and awareness of the major, resulting in decreased adaptability to the major and low major satisfaction. College students continue to interact with their surroundings to form a sense of career identity. However, one of the things that occupied the greatest weight in the process of forming college students' career identity is the satisfaction with their major. Career identity is an accurate understanding of each individual's unique characteristics and the recognition of what occupations can be realized, and to have a clear and stable image of one's goal, interests, and abilities. It affects each individual's career decision and has a great influence on professional identity and career decision behavior. The significance of college students' major satisfaction is important because not only college life but also future career direction and career are determined according to the major chosen by the individual. College students fall under the later half of adolescence and have to accomplish the whole personal development task of achieving self-identity, self-image, autonomy, and psychological independence. So, the formation of self-identity and career choice are not independent concepts, but are a process that must be done simultaneously. Successful career choice and career decision can be made only when a sense of career identity, which represents the degree of confidence in career decision and direction setting for a career designed by an individual. Therefore, it is necessary to examine the degree of major satisfaction and career identity of college students and to investigate the factors that affect career identity by testing the difference between the two research variables according to general characteristics. It aims to improve college students' ability to adapt to college life and provide basic data for career guidance. The specific purpose of this study is as follows. 1. Identify the general and career identity related characteristics of the subject. 2. Identify the degree of major satisfaction and career identity of the subject. 3. Identify the differences in major satisfaction and career identity according to the characteristics of the subject. 4. Identify the relationship between major satisfaction and career identity. The following is about the research method. The subject of this study were male and female college students attending a university located in Busan who wanted to participate voluntarily after explaining the purpose and method of the study. For data collection, the researcher explained the purpose and method of research in the lecture room, and after signing consent from the student who wished to participate, fill out a structured questionnaire and collected it on the spot. The data collection period was from April 1st to April 15th, 2020, and 183 cases were used for the final analysis, excluding 7 copies with unsuccessful responses among a total of 190 cases. Next, in order to measure major satisfaction of a subject, it used the tool that is major satisfaction tool, which is selected among the 34th object satisfaction tool developed by Ha. This tool consists of a total of 18 questions for sub-areas. General satisfaction, 6 questions. Cognitive satisfaction, 6 questions. Subject satisfaction, 3 questions. And relationship satisfaction between professor and student, 3 questions. The measurement is the right 5-point scale from 1 point of not at all to 5 points of very much. The higher the score, the higher the degree of satisfaction in the measure. As for the reliability of the tool, the Cronbach alpha in Lee's study was 0.90, and the Cronbach alpha in this study was 0.93. To measure career identity, the career identity scale for college students developed by Kim Shin-jung and Kim Sung-hee was used. This scale was a total of 23 items, including 8 items on career identity, 7 items on career identity perception, and 8 items on career identity behavior. The response style is on the right 5-point scale, and the higher the score, the higher the sense of career identity. The Cronbach alpha value of the career identity scale for college students developed by Shin-jung Kim and Sung-hee Shim was 0.95, and in this study was 0.91. The collected data were analyzed using SPSS program package version 25. 1. The general characteristics of the subject and characteristics related to the career identity were analyzed by descriptive statistics. 2. The degree of major satisfaction and career identity were analyzed by means and standard deviation. 3. The differences in the major satisfaction and the career identity according to the general and related career identity characteristics of the subject were analyzed by independent t-test, 1A ANOVA, and post-test by Schaeffer test. For the correlation between major satisfaction and career identity was analyzed by Pearson correlation. The following is the research result. First, the general characteristics of the research subject. Looking at table 1. In terms of gender, 150 students were girls, more than 33 boys. Grade, fourth grade is the largest with 80 students. The majors were medicine and health with 103 students, more than half. As for the field experience, 92 people said have, and 19 students said nothing when asked about the compensation for practice repair. 67 answered no, and 25 students answered yes. In the field training period, practice period, 1 month to 3 months is the most with 55 students. When asked whether career education was helpful, 98 students answered somewhat helpful. As for the reason for satisfaction with the major, 82 students answered that employment is advantageous. As for factors to consider when choosing a job, listen for major, satisfaction, major selection, motivation, job selection, consideration. 80. As for factor to consider when choosing a job, income pay was the most with 59 students. In the socio-economic class, middle was the most with 90. Table 2 shows the average of the subject major satisfaction and career identity. The subject degree of satisfaction and the career identity was 3.73, 3.16 point respectively. This table shows the difference of the major satisfaction and career identity according to general characteristics. Grade, major, practice repair, career education help level, major selection motivation. Showed statistically significant differences in major satisfaction. Major satisfaction. In the case of career identity, major practice experience, career education help level, reason for major satisfaction, major selection, motivation showed a significant differences. Especially The group who answered that they had experience in the field and career education was helpful, had a higher career identity than the other groups, and the group who answered that the reason for satisfaction with the major was the desired major was statistically significant higher in career identity than the other groups. The following is the result of analyzing the relationship between the two variables. In the table, the R value is 0.530 and P value is less than 0.001, indicating that there is a positive correlation between the two variables. The following is the conclusion of this study. The purpose of this study was to identify the major satisfaction and career identify and the relationship between the two variables and to identify factors affecting the career identity. The subject's degree of satisfaction and career identity was 3.73, 3.16 respectively. As a result of analyzing the difference between major satisfaction and career identity, according to the general characteristics, in the case of major satisfaction grade, major practice repair, career education help level, and the department selection motivation showed significant differences. The third grades were more satisfied with their major satisfaction than the first grade. The medical and health majors were higher than the other majors, and the group who answered that career education was helpful was higher than the group that did not. The group who selected aptitude or employment as a motive for selecting this department showed higher major satisfaction than the other groups selected by grade. In the case of career identity, major field express career education help level major satisfaction isn't, and subject selection motivation showed significant differences, especially the arts and sports field had a higher sense of career identity than the other majors and field experience. The group who answered that there was a lot of help and that the career education was helpful had a higher sense of career identity than the other group who answered that the reason for satisfaction with the major was the desired major was significantly different than that of the interested group, indicating higher career identity. As a result of the correlation analysis between major satisfaction and the career identity major satisfaction, there was a statistically significant positive correlation. This means that the higher the degree of satisfaction with the major, the higher the sense of career identity. I will finish the presentation. Thank you.